Be Not Forgetful by Tracy Hoida. Performed by Rory Sheridan and Katie Mitchell. Stage directions read by Carolyn Guido Clifford. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Hebrews 13:2. Characters: Keegan, male, late 20s, suffocating, guilty, ice, hermit, human. Larry, female, appears early 20s, fluid, rain, hermit, seeking connection and deflecting emotion. Angel. Time, 1998, October. Then, 1999, February. Place, Wisconsin, USA, a decrepit motel room. No deadbolt. You pay by the hour, so there is nothing beyond the bare minimum in the room. A bed, dresser, side table, chair, and lamp. Act 1, 1998, October. Lights up on a cheap motel room during a thunderstorm. A bed center. The floral sheets and comforter are hideous. Keegan's bag is on the bed. Moments captured. Thundering. Lightning. Keegan sitting tense in the motel room. Detached. Stone. Larry outside in the storm. An utter mess. Content. Enamored. Back to the motel room. Thunder. Lightning. Keegan sits on the end of the bed, his body tensed in expectation. Knock, knock. Soft. He doesn't react. Knock, knock. Expectant. He regards the door. Knock, knock. Insistent. He doesn't move. Knock, knock. Frustrated. Knock, knock. Pissed. Knock, knock. Hurt the door. Bang, 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 etc. The door is being kicked. Keegan clenches and stands, opens the door. Larry enters. She is wearing an oversized, damp poncho with the hood up and carries a small bag.
Hello.
Are you going to leave me out there till I drowned? You got a rescue raft to send after me? Someone needs to build an ark.
Money, please. Money?
Good evening to you too. Yes, it is dreadful weather. I appreciate you keeping our appointment and being prompt despite the hindrance. Oh, no trouble. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me.
Larry opens her bag and takes out a large stuffed envelope.
Where you want it?
On the
She tosses the money on the bed.
Ugly.
What?
The bedspread. Looks like baby vomit. You know, like if a baby threw up on it. Or I suppose the vomit of something that has eaten babies would work too, though babies throwing up are probably more common than people who eat babies and then throw them up. If you had the nerve to eat a baby, it would take a lot by that point to push you to throw it back up, unless you ate a baby by accident. I guess it would be possible to accidentally eat a baby, realize you had, and then throw it up.
Let's get started.
You're not going to count it?
Do I need to?
Loaded question. 2 possible responses, yes or no, but really more than 2, because it could be yes, you need to count it because I want you to feel I am trustworthy. Or yes, you should count it because I am not sure I did put all the money in there. Or no, you don't need to count it because I put the right amount of money in there and now I am suspicious that you don't trust me. Or no, you don't need to count it because I stiffed you.
Does the envelope have the correct amount?
And then some, Doc.
Keegan tenses.
There's a little preemptive bonus in there for you, too.
Keegan starts and stops towards the door, one hand reaching out of his bag.
Is there something wrong, Doc?
Don't call me that. I'm not used to... Usually people are quiet, not so...
If I cried, would you feel better? I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't behave as I'm expected to. Social expectations shift too often for me to keep up, and at the end of the day, I don't quite enjoy being anyone else besides me.
I didn't mean... There's an understanding. We have an understanding, correct? We both understand there's a reason you're here.
I need your help.
Yes, I know. There is a reason you're here, so let's just keep it at that.
Okay, Dak.
Keegan tenses again. He turns his back to her and opens his bag. Thunder. Lightning flashes. Larry plops down on the bed, bounces a bit.
You're getting the bed wet. Take off the poncho.
You never know, it may improve the pattern.
Of what?
The baby vomit.
Larry lowers the poncho hood.
You look old. How old are you?
I thought we agreed to focus on the task at hand.
If you are of age and if you aren't running from anything, then
I bet you can't guess how old I am.
if you're old enough to do this legit, you don't need me.
I thought you wanted to know my age. Go ahead, guess.
If you are of age, you can get this done legitimately by someone with a considerable amount more skill than...
Hell of a sales pitch. Don't you want my business, Doc?
I asked you not to call me that. I'm not
You
a
went
doctor.
to medical school.
Do I know you?
No,
Who told you I went to medical school?
it's true.
Going to medical school and graduating from medical school are two different things.
I get that.
You don't need someone like me.
Someone like you?
A hack.
A butcher, a drudge, a mutilator, a profiteer of misery, a dicer, slicer, mincer, slasher, viper, griper.
Stop!
You got a pretty good approval rating from your patients.
Wait, what?
You're not exactly on Yelp. Had to do a little footwork. I mean, no worries. They only had good things to say, Doc.
Well, like I offered to stitch him back up?
Antibiotics, condoms, birth control. I mean, you're a one-stop shop. You could open a pharmacy, but most of your stock probably fell off a truck. Am I right? I mean, that being said, you are generous. Like, you care.
I don't want them to ever have to see someone like me again. It doesn't mean I care.
Well, killing the possibility of repeat customers isn't a stellar business model, Doc. But if that is your preference, I'm your perfect patient because I guarantee you'll never see me again.
Go to a clinic.
No.
There are ones where you can use a fake name, no ID. You don't have to be afraid.
I'm not afraid of a clinic. They don't do what I need done.
They can do anything I do.
I haven't told you what I want done yet.
I do very few things, and I do even fewer things well. I assure you, the procedure is simple. Even someone like me can do it. Early term.
Are you ashamed of it?
The only shame I have is that someone like me has to do it for these girls.
Sign of the times, they would say. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
You're playing with me.
Maybe a little.
I'm not in the mood for bullshit.
Well, disappointing.
What do you want?
I need an amputation.
No.
Keegan removes the envelope from his bag and throws it on the bed.
Come on, Doc, you haven't even heard me out.
I don't need to. I don't care why you think you need your arm or leg or whatever cut off. I'm not going to do it. I'm not the kind of doc you're looking for. Go and get your head shrunk.
I'm quite happy with the size and overall appearance of my head. It's not that.
Infected or deformed or something, go to a hospital.
The appendages are not deformities or infected or something, but they are growing and becoming conspicuous.
Big?
Come on, Doc, keep up.
I don't like games.
I do. Everything can be a game. I mean, I'm quite fond of Red Rover, but, we would have to get the furniture involved to play that with just the two of us.
I have better things to do than play games with you.
Like what? You don't have anything else to do. You don't have anywhere else to be, no one else to be with. I mean, you've defined yourself as a doctor as far back as you can remember, but once that was gone, so was you as a person. Who wants to be friends with a nobody?
You don't know me.
A nobody like me knows when they see another nobody. But I have some pretty damn good reasons for being a nobody. What are yours?
The kind of work I do is best done when I'm as anonymous as possible.
Say it with me. Abortion.
Abortion. Happy?
Overjoyed. Now, you can stop dancing around it. You've gotten over them and you're wearing the wrong shoes.
I'm not ashamed.
Good. The things you choose to do, are the only proof there is some remnant of who you were still inside there somewhere, Doc.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need your pity. I'm done.
Keegan moves to leave. Larry gets between him and the door.
5 minutes. Give me 5 and you get paid whether or not you choose to help me.
I don't.
Please?
All right.
That was easy. Can't resist a damsel in distress, huh?
Shut up. Show me.
Joe?
Show me whatever I'm supposed to be hacking off.
Wait,
What now?
you may find it upsetting or perhaps world-altering. Take a moment. I'll need time to explain, and if you freak and run, I won't get that chance.
He advances.
I'm not some trembling first-year med student. I've cut up dead bodies. I won't freak out.
She avoids.
I've had bigger and meaner men than you run and hide. A butcher the size of a bull that could hack a cow to steaks in less than an hour. I showed him, and he hit the floor so hard he cracked the floorboards. I once sent a man to an insane asylum. But honestly, that was his own fault. He turned out to be such a blabbermouth. So, to conclude, take a moment and maybe sit down in case you faint.
I'm waiting.
They stare at each other. He breaks first. Sitting on the bed, Larry slowly removes her poncho. Thunder. A flash of lightning. She reveals her back. Her back, where white feathered wings stick out. Angel wings mounted on her shoulder blades.
Bullshit. I'm out of here.
Touch me! Touch them! I'm paying for your time right now. It's the least he can do.
Keegan stalks behind her. He grabs a wing, immediately pulls his hand back off of it. He touches it again, softer and more hesitantly. His hands slide onto the skin around the wings and then over to the other wing.
It's attached. How?
I would have thought that was obvious. You see any glue? You feel the bones and muscles and all? Hard to fake all that.
No.
Yes.
It's not possible.
Anything is possible.
It's a joke.
My life, your life for jokes, maybe. Cosmic folly. But these not so much. You've gone pale.
They hurt real.
Seeing is believing.
I don't believe.
Sit down before you fall down.
I need a moment.
Keegan runs out of the room into the bathroom. He throws up, audibly. Larry crosses to the door.
I'm not paying for the time you spend in there, Doc. Still alive?
More puking noises. Larry sits on the bed, stands, then sits. Her wings bounce and flap as she moves. She goes to the side table and opens the drawer. Empty. Keegan quiets in the bathroom. She goes to the dresser and opens the top drawer. She finds a Bible.
Want some light reading?
She flips the book open and steps onto the bed. She flicks through a few pages before tossing it off the bed. She bounces a bit as Keegan re-enters and stops just inside the room.
What are you?
Don't you mean who?
Fine. Who are you?
Larry.
Larry?
Larry. For lack of a better name, I choose Larry.
Larry the bird creature.
I've been called worse, but you do know a more appropriate word, don't you?
Larry the angel.
Just Larry will do.
So, why aren't you?
I'm like you. I dropped out.
Larry advances on Keegan. Keegan backs away from her.
Can you fly?
I'd barely get off the ground, if at all. This is a few years' growth. They grow back slow at first, but once they get this big, things accelerate. No chop chop means they'll match my height in under 3 months. When they're strong enough, I could fly.
So, you've never flown?
Of course I have. Not for a long time.
You're not from here.
No, I live a few hours away.
That's not what I meant.
I know what you meant.
You're from up there?
Yeah, I'm from up there.
Bullshit.
Well, I had to come from somewhere. If you plan to accept what I am, you'll have to also accept that there's more to heaven and earth than what you're capable of understanding.
Why me?
Why not? You're anonymous. Back alley, a nobody.
Go back to whoever did it before.
He's dead!
You...
Time killed him, not me. It takes longer and longer for them to grow back every time. I always hope they'll give up and stop coming back every time, but that may be asking too much.
How old are you?
Oh, now you want to guess.
Who else knows about you?
No one alive. Doesn't that make you special?
This doesn't make sense.
I'm being straightforward at this point. Me, angel, you, doctor. Me don't want wings. You take wings off, you get money.
I don't remember much from CCD classes.
What?
It's a Catholic thing. The Confraternity of Christian Doctrine, I think.
Well, I stopped paying attention to those assholes decades ago.
Yeah, well, kids go to classes once a week so they can get communion, confession, confirmation, all those perks. I went for a while at least, but I don't remember reading much about angels. I mean, not anything I can apply to this, but I like the Proverbs. I remember the Proverbs.
New Testament's not bad. I like angry God from the Old Testament better in terms of literature. He's a much better antagonist for humanity. And while the New Testament is all hippy-dippy story time and self-help book, the Old Testament is like good fan fiction.
What, you think you can do better?
Please. The Bible was written by rich men from various unsubstantiated scrolls, and they only picked the ones they wanted to use, and they ignored all the others. And the scrolls themselves were written hundreds of years after the supposed events they detail. It's all bullshit. The fact that you even ended up with a semi-coherent story means at least some, if not all of it, is made up. I'll give it one thing. Sounds real pretty.
So, the Bible is all lies?
You want some scripture? Be kind. Be good to the other and yourself. The end.
Is that what God says?
Of course not. Me saying I had a chat with God and he told me the meaning of life is like you saying you had a chat with the Queen of England and got into her knickers. Doesn't work like that. What you think of as God isn't, it's not some guy with a beard. There is no person, just an existence, maybe, I guess. I can't remember it all very well anymore.
How long have you been away?
Long.
And you never age?
Not a day yet.
That's amazing.
You'd think so, huh?
You're incredible.
Maybe.
I don't think I am the kind of person you need.
Kind of person? You're a little icy, I'll admit, but who actually likes the idea of Patch Adams treating them? You do good by the people you help. You care whether you want to admit it or not. You would have made a good doctor.
How did you know?
You think I'm going to go to the first back alley bastard I find to have something like this done?
You aren't my guardian angel.
No, I've become exceptionally human in my time down here. Like most humans, I'm inherently selfish, yet completely aware and overwhelmed by the joy and despair of my fellow creatures, both trapped and let free by my own choices.
So says the Lord.
So says Larry. My apologies. Sometimes I preach. It's mostly involuntary.
Keegan takes a step toward her. He reaches for her wings.
They are beautiful.
I know.
Why would you want to destroy something that makes you so extraordinary?
I am not these wings. I won't be defined by them. I chose to be human. It's cruel that I can't leave these things behind forever and choose to live how I wish. I hoped my actions, my life would make me extraordinary. I made a choice. Yeah, I've lived so much more as a human, but every time they regrow, they remind me I'm a fraud. I want more than what my creator intended for me. It's the most human thing about me.
But you're immortal.
Yes, I'm stuck. While you all burn and smolder around me like shooting stars, I'm a cold, dead planet.
I love to see everything you've seen, to live so much.
And watch everyone die around you. You watch new lives come and go. If my immortality could be solidified in me, I would have you cut it out. Rip it bloody and holy from me. Sorry, I make do.
By mutilating yourself?
I adapt.
I'm not religious anymore. But this, it feels like damnation-worthy activity.
People damn themselves. What?
I don't know what to do. They don't prepare you for these kind of things in medical school, and if you do, I guess I dropped out before I got that class. On one hand, it is not medically necessary for you to have those removed, and on the other, I can only guess how hard it would be to live a normal life with them. How long do I have to decide?
You have the time I've paid for. That's all. It's a choice. You're right as a member of the human race. You snip them off or you don't. But whatever you choose, my choice is to have it done, and it will be, with or without you.
Is it like this every time?
Yes and no. Some take it in stride and I'm in and out in a few hours. Others would take days. I don't let them take days anymore. I've lost my patience for other people's moral dilemmas, debating a choice I've already made. I've had the same hesitation in the beginning, but I made a choice.
Who did it? The first time. How did they decide?
I did it myself with this dull blade in a field as soon as I landed. It was all very dramatic.
A dull blade?
Like a dagger, I guess. I still have it somewhere.
How'd that go?
The wounds got infected. I can get sick, but I can't die. That's a lesson I learned early on. I was naive back then.
Back when?
When I fell, I thought after I cut off my wings that was that, and I was human. Simple choice I only had to make once. I thought I'd get to live and die like the rest of you.
You left heaven without knowing?
I figured you all got free will, why not me?
It's brave to do that alone.
Yeah, I didn't do it alone. I spent the first 3 months of my time on Earth sick in bed, being nursed by monks after I bravely and stupidly hacked off my wings.
What did the monks do with you?
Those pudgy little badger men. I'd seen faith from above before, but never up close. Monks had faith. They found the wings, too. Built a little shrine and put them in it. When I found the shrine, by then my wings were shriveled and brown and smelled like a corpse. I burned them. Gave the fools the ashes, though, before I left. Heard later they sold them as a holy relic. Money makes the world go around, you know that.
I don't do abortions for
Yes,
money.
you do. A little. That makes you human. It's a job, supply and demand. There are other things you could do for money. Too bad you're hooked on being a doctor.
I dropped out.
Your choice.
What do you do?
Factory work mostly. Repetitive tasks, off the books. I've got a pretty good Eastern European accent I can pull out to pass for an immigrant, but some days pretending to be that is not much safer.
Gotta feel kind of inhuman.
What, being an immigrant?
No. Factory work.
Well, there's nothing more human than systems and automations and the illusion of control. Anyway, you'd be amazed at how human you become when you and those around you are being treated and told to act like machines.
No, humans are machines to you.
All living things are machines. Humans are beautifully chaotic ones, capable of unlimited function, only restricted by your own perception of what you are. Angels are all function, no fashion. We serve a purpose and never grow beyond it. I envy your ability to do more.
You must be amazing.
Factory work?
Just being you.
You're not hearing me. I would rather have been born like you. I would give up all my years unchanged on this earth for a year of aging and mortality. And death, too. I mean, if I could take your life and make it my own, I would. Does that make me a monster?
Maybe. I can't do this.
Surprising. You got me. I thought I had you pegged. A little reluctant at first. Afraid, of course, but your thirst for knowledge? I mean, curiosity for the unknown, a chance to do a surgery no one else in your lifetime would have the shot at.
You misunderstand.
How so?
I would love to examine and... I don't know the first thing about amputating angel wings. They're right by your spine. I could paralyze you. I don't have the skill or knowledge to...
Would I be here if you didn't have the skill?
Fine, but the knowledge is severely lacking.
Easy.
Larry takes an old notebook out of her bag. She embraces it before relinquishing it to Keegan. It's a collection of new, old, and ancient pieces of paper, drawings and notes.
Angel anatomy?
Basically. I've had almost everyone who's ever filleted me take notes.
This one is dated 1806.
I'd prefer if you referenced one that doesn't involve leeches, if you don't mind.
This is a lot of information.
I'd focus on the second to last one. She was great. I liked her a lot. I think she did the best job yet. But I have a feeling you could excel beyond her.
Kiss ass.
Keegan studies.
There he is.
What?
The doctor. You look happy.
I'm not unhappy.
It wasn't an accusation.
I'm gonna need some time. I want to be sure.
You can't kill me, doctor.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Did someone die?
Excuse me?
Did someone die because of something you did as a doctor?
I thought you knew everything about me. I was never a doctor.
You left medical school, but I'd like to know the story behind why. You know, before you cut me. Did you kill someone?
I never operated on living people in school.
You operated on dead people?
They had us practice on corpses, certain procedures. It wasn't easy for me. It never was. I couldn't do it. I killed the patient. 12 different procedures, 500,000 tiny mistakes. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't save the dead, so you stopped trying?
If I can't play at saving a life, how can I be expected to save one when it matters?
Did you try?
Yes, and I failed. I've accepted that. I've accepted what I am.
A back alley abortion doctor? A good one, but that's all you want?
You don't get to judge me. I don't give a fuck what you are.
Spare me.
Shut up.
Or what? You'll run away? Go then. Become another blip on the screen of my never-ending existence.
Oh, poor, magnificent, immortal you.
If you're going to give up, then get out of here and stop wasting my time.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, really? It sounds like you're giving up again.
I wasn't going to be a doctor. There was no reason to keep fighting the inevitable.
Your choice.
No.
Who made you drop out then?
No one.
Oh, no one. Oh, so suddenly one day you just magically became an ex-med student?
I left. I had to.
You made a choice. There's nothing wrong with admitting you made the wrong one.
What? Like an angel choosing to be a human?
I had one choice I could make up there, and I would make it again. Knowing everything I know, I would choose living a fraction of a human life versus nothing at all.
I had no other choice.
You love being a doctor. That's why I chose you.
What are you trying to say to me?
Things in motion move forward without limitation. If they had kicked you out, it would have been one thing, but you left of your own free will. And that would be fine, too, if you weren't punishing yourself for a choice that you had complete control over. You were more than 500 years in this purgatory of an existence, and I have never once so completely and wholeheartedly regretted my choice as much as you regret yours.
How do you?
I know you regret it, but you do nothing about it.
She advances on him.
Stop! Please!
Keegan retreats to the corner of the bed. He reads. Larry turns away.
What kind of motel room doesn't have a TV? I mean, I know they rent these rooms by the hour, but a TV is pretty standard, even in the shittiest motel room. What did the Johns do with the other 53 minutes they paid for?
I had it removed.
What?
I had the TV removed.
Why?
There is a limited amount of surface area in this pit. I needed somewhere to lay out my tools. And it's easier to sterilize the room without a TV in here. Do you know how much dust is in those things?
Did you clean this entire room?
Yes.
And you didn't remove the bedspread?
Well, anything that would happen on that bed would only improve the pattern.
Agreed, but I'm pretty positive if we got a black light up in here, we'd find a lot of reasons to not use that bedspread as a sterile surface.
I washed them.
Doc, you saw this hideous comforter, took it off, washed it, and then put it back on the bed?
Yes.
Why'd you put that hideous thing back on the bed?
It belongs there.
There are no limits to your poor decision-making skills.
Listen, the amount of pain meds you usually receive seems a little low.
Physical pain doesn't really bother me as much as it does you, but as much as it does humans. And you forget I've cut them off myself before. Anything's better than that.
Keegan examines the wings.
There is a lot of scar tissue back here. I'm amazed these wings were even able to grow back. I see you had a couple actual butchers cut them off in the past.
So you're starting to understand the expectations for your excellence in this case are not beyond your depth.
You think I could do it?
I know you can. You could do a lot.
Your guardian angel's showing.
Well, fuck off. That's what I get for stroking your ego.
Keegan crosses to his bag and removes a small pill bottle. He dispenses a few into his hand.
Larry. You chose the name Larry?
Why not? I like it. It suits.
I've never liked my name.
Keegan? Keegan. I think I'll keep calling you Doc.
Please don't.
Keegan pulls out a plastic sheet. They dress the bed with plastic.
Can I keep them after I cut them off?
Not a chance.
You let the monks keep them?
Yes, as ashes.
I'm not.
You think something like me would let my wings get drowned in a formaldehyde jar and thus put my entire existence on this earth in jeopardy? I'm not a 500-year-old fool.
Fair point.
There is hope for you yet.
Prepares tools.
Will I see you again? When you need another operation?
Keegan, when the time comes for my next operation, you'll be long dead. You won't ever see me again after tonight, okay?
I'm not going to be getting your phone number then.
Been there, done that. And anyway, this isn't that kind of story.
Take these and lay down. Doctor's orders.
She pops the pills.
Yes, doctor.
Lay on your stomach, please.
Good idea. Oh, unless you're planning on removing them through my chest. That would be a new method.
Larry bounces onto the bed. She finds the Bible again. She opens it up to read. Keegan crosses to his bag and removes his bundle of surgical tools. He takes a step towards Larry laid out on the bed. He stops, hesitates, stops. Larry sits up, looks to Keegan.
My choice. Your choice, Doc.
Keegan takes another step toward Larry just as the lights go black. Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2. 1999. February. Same motel room. Months later. A TV on the dresser. A different but equally hideous bedspread. Larry's bag, an old suitcase, and shoes sit on the chair. Larry is laid out on the bed on her stomach. Bare feet. She's dressed differently. Haphazardly. She is still. There are 2 dark stains on the back of her shirt. Is she dead? Stillness. Perhaps for too long. Knock, knock. Hopeful. Knock, knock. Expectant. Knock, knock. Concerned.
Larry?
Knocking.
Larry, it's Keegan.
Knocking. Beats.
Larry?
Bang. Shoulder to door. Ramming. The door shakes. Bang. Shoulder to door. Ramming. The door creaks. Bang. The frame cracks. The door swings open. Keegan comes tumbling in. He is disheveled, sweaty, but looks better than before. Centered. Put together. He carries a backpack. He wears a sweater vest. He sprints to the bed. He hesitates at the sight of her wounded back. He checks her pulse, flicks the arch of her foot.
Larry?
He turns her over, ear to chest.
Wake up!
Compressions, mouth to mouth.
Larry, come on.
Desperate, upset. He prepares to perform a precordial thump. Fist in air, coming down, her eyes open. Larry turns to her side. His fist lands on the mattress, missing her.
Thank God.
He checks her eyes with a flashlight. She whacks it on her face.
Keegan, hi. How's med school going?
What?
It's been months. How are you?
Larry?
You look handsome. I like the sweater vest.
You were dead.
Just for a moment. I feel like shit.
What's going on?
How's school?
Larry?
I just came back from the dead. Give me a break before the 3rd degree. Tell me, how's school?
School's good. Has this been happening a lot lately?
You're in classes?
For about a year. Yeah, to catch up. Then I'll start looking for a residency.
Good.
Larry,
Yes.
your pack.
Will you change the bandages for me, Keegan?
Yeah, of course.
Keegan opens up his backpack, hesitates. He lifts a blue and white hospital gown out of his bag.
I brought this.
Well, your standard of care is improving.
She starts to take off her shirt. She winces, stops. She pulls the front of her shirt and the back rips open. She tosses the shirt aside and holds up arms for the gown. There are 2 bandage patches saturated with black fluid on her back. He slides the gown over her shoulders, sits behind her to tie it. Stops. He retrieves medical gloves, peels the bandages off.
This flesh is necrotic and infected.
He cleans the wounds.
Did you bring the pills I asked about?
Yes.
How many?
My contacts have fallen off since I quit the back alley business, but I did some legwork and I got a decent supply.
Decent supply? Hope it's enough.
I didn't bring the tools I need to take care of this. I thought you called me to have your wings cut off again. This is...
The wounds never healed after you took them off last October.
What?
They never healed. I cleaned them, but they got infected. And then last month, the skin started to rot away and...
Last month? Never healed? Fuck, Larry, you just called me last night.
I get sick. I don't stay sick for long. That's what I do. Whatever is happening, I thought it would go away eventually.
Dumbass mortal.
Chicken shit, human.
He finishes the dressing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
In human terms, I think I should be screaming constantly. But in angel terms, 9.
He hands her pills and a bottle of water.
Try these.
Ooh, candy.
She takes the pills.
Did you notice the bedspread when you came in?
No, I noticed my friend dead on the bedspread.
Oh, I'm your friend.
Patient.
Do you think they asked the distributor to send them every hideous bedspread they had in stock?
Larry,
Isn't quite baby vomit though, is it?
I have questions.
Or gorilla shit.
What?
The bedspread. Gorilla shit. Like if an ape shit all over a ream of satin and then they baked that shit into the fabric. Multiple shits, maybe multiple apes. Perhaps a baboon or something.
Is that it?
You asking for more?
You're losing your touch.
I'm tired, Doc.
I have questions before I can help you.
You can't help me. I'm dying.
What?
I'm dying.
You can't die.
Apparently I can. I know, surprised me too.
You can't die.
I can, and I am dying.
Wait, but I can get you antibiotics. I can cut the necrosis away. You'll need skin grafts. Honestly, we'll need to go to a hospital. I can't do skin grafts in a motel room. But
You can give me pills. Pain pills. Help me keep sane through the pain. Help me for however long I have, which isn't long. You can do that. I feel...
you want to die?
It's not that simple. It's never that simple.
She turns away.
That's not an answer.
Doc, don't take me to a hospital. I'm gonna...
Larry stumbles. She struggles to stay conscious. He sits at her side, checks her pulse.
I'll only be gone a few minutes.
Wait, what does that mean?
It's okay. Be right back.
She passes out, her body half off the bed. Breathing stops. Dead. He starts to prep her for mouth to mouth, stops, considers.
You get 4 minutes. The human brain can survive up to 6 minutes without oxygen, so you get 4 minutes.
He sits her up and leans her against the headboard. She slumps. She's disheveled. He fixes her up. Tense. Awkward. But he's trying. He sits beside her. He checks the clock. 1 minute. He lays her down, preps her for mouth to mouth, retrieves an injection, preps it, cleans side table, lays out tools, readies. 3 minutes. Gloves on, needle in hand, and Larry takes a deep, haggard breath. Keegan goes to her, checks her pulse, takes stethoscope, checks her chest.
What's funny?
I think I saw a fucking light at the end of a tunnel.
She rolls, winces.
I don't understand.
I was going toward a light.
Why is that funny?
That is a first time thing for me. Do you know how long it has been since I've been able to say that? It was a completely new experience for me. I never believed humans when they said that they saw a light, but there it was.
You sound happy.
I am.
This can't go on. Your body won't be able to take it. If we don't figure this out, you'll die.
Isn't it wonderful?
No.
Doc, I don't think you get it.
I get it. You want to die.
No, I want to be human. Death is a part of that. You're a doctor, you know this.
I'm still just a medical student.
Just nothing. You're human, you know this.
All the aspects of the human condition, and this is the one you want to embrace?
Yes.
What about fighting for your life?
I've done that for hundreds of years with no end in sight.
That doesn't mean you have to run to the end as soon as you see it ahead.
I cherish every moment I've had at being human.
Every moment? Then why throw it all away?
I remember everything. I wasn't always such a hermit. In the beginning, I played at human very well, often. Again and again, I lived dozens of human lives. I tasted it all. The life of a lover, a mother, a friend. Every time, though, it had to end with me fading away from their lives because mortals and immortals can't live together forever for obvious reasons.
I'm not asking for forever.
But you are. Dying is a part of being human. That's all I've ever wanted.
Can you wait?
Give me this, Keegan. Let me be human just this much.
I can't. It goes against everything I believe in.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
What does that mean?
The prince of giving up has a problem with someone else calling it quits.
I went back.
And why did you do that?
There's more in heaven and earth than what I'm capable of understanding.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare said it differently. You said that.
Yeah, that made you want to become a doctor?
Well, that helped me accept that I wouldn't ever have all the answers, that I would make mistakes, that I would make mistakes, that I had to make those mistakes. Failing isn't mistakes, it's being unwilling to make them.
So now you're ready to be a doctor.
I was. I got stuck. Something about that night got me unstuck. It's not easy to explain.
So you didn't do it for me.
No, I did it for me.
How very human.
I want every moment I heal or help someone to be like that moment that night when I was helping an angel become a little more human, a little bit more herself, so she could live. And I want that for myself too. I felt alive in that moment, like myself again.
And what happens if you fail again?
What I'm lacking, I'll get better at. I have to.
It's that easy?
No! It's fucking hard, but if an angel can gallivant across the earth for hundreds of years, living as much of a human life as she can, with joy and gratitude, then I guess I can become a doctor. I am a doctor. I'm becoming myself.
So am I.
How do you feel? Are the pills kicking in?
Better. Thank you for the pills.
On a scale
I'm
from...
still in pain. And I'm still dying.
I can't figure out how the wounds became so infected. Everything was sterile. All my instruments were clean.
This affliction may be beyond your responsibility. I thought I was being punished at first.
I'll figure it out.
You know what's surprising?
What?
I was ready to go to hell. Jude 1:6.
What's that?
And the angels who did not keep their original position, but forsook their own proper dwelling place, he has preserved with eternal bonds in dense darkness for the judgment of the great day.
You don't deserve punishment.
But what's surprising is there was light and warmth there. At the end of that tunnel, it didn't feel like where I fell from. I'm calling it heaven. That's your word. I know better. That place felt different. I wonder if the place I was headed was somewhere else, or maybe I was feeling something only humans feel there.
You deserve heaven. Just not yet.
I wonder if I'll have to serve again once I get up there.
Let me help you.
That'd be some bullshit.
Larry,
Doc?
the Bible is bullshit. We're writing our own story here, and it doesn't end with my friend dying.
All stories end in time at the only place they can.
You're so sure I can do nothing.
What would you do?
I could go to the med library. Maybe they have something on rare infections, necrosis, something.
Don't leave me! Stay.
I won't. Lay down. I'll look at the infection again.
Have it, Doc.
She lays down. He helps her. Wash hands. New gloves. Remove bandages. She winces.
You're cold. Icy. You should be burning up, fighting the infection.
Keegan,
We're going to the hospital.
you're not listening to me.
I
I don't care about being found out anymore. I care about spending my last few hours as a pinprick irradiated, cut open.
Surgery.
He touches. She winces.
Ow!
He replaces the bandages carefully.
Right now, I want another fucking pill.
She gets the bottle, downs some pills.
I can call an ambulance. Maybe this isn't your choice.
I'll run.
You won't get far. You'll die on the street.
Perfect.
You think your life only belongs to you?
It's my body. My body belongs to me.
Leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not eat words of knowledge. Proverbs 14:7.
Don't use the fucking Bible to call me an idiot. Just call me an idiot.
Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you.
Reprove a wise man and he will love you. Proverbs 9:8. Come at me, bitch.
If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but do not have hope, I have become a clanging gong or a clashing cymbal.
Corinthians 13:1, but it's love, not hope.
We can fix this.
I'm not a puzzle to solve.
There has to be a way.
This will fail.
No, I can.
You can't.
I can try.
You can help me with the pain.
Why won't you let me save you?
Because you can't, and you need to be okay with that.
I'm not fucking okay with that.
You will fail, and that's okay. I feel the end coming, and I'm okay with that. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I feel temporary. Is this what you feel like all the time? Is this being human?
No.
Liar.
Being human is about surviving.
Surviving because your life is a fragile gift.
I can't.
I'm right.
This isn't over.
I'm calling it. I'm claiming humanity. Game over. Congratulate me?
Stop.
I feel human. Do I look different?
You've always looked pretty human to me, just a bit extraordinary on top of it all.
Feelings.
How's school?
You already asked that.
And you barely answered.
Hard. But
But,
it's wonderful.
attaboy.
We start cadaver lab next semester. You know?
Operating on dead bodies?
Yeah.
You want mine?
That's not funny.
I bet my corpse would get you extra credit.
And not without the wings.
Shit, out of luck there.
What do I do with you when you die? What are your wishes?
Oh, shit.
I can't. There would be a lot of questions. Me here with you, with your corpse.
Just leave me here.
I don't want to leave
Don't
you
risk
here.
your future for my past. Don't risk your future for my past. I don't mind becoming a science experiment anymore. Not like I'll be around for it.
I'll take care of it. You.
Don't take risks. You've got shit to do and it doesn't include prison.
I won't.
Liar. Look how good you've become. It's sickeningly sweet.
No angel.
Oh, and he thinks he's funny now, too.
Larry leans over, struggling to get a breath. He checks her pulse, listens to her chest with a stethoscope.
You need to rest before you collapse.
I'm not dying in my sleep. I want to enjoy every minute of this.
Lay down.
Larry lays down.
I'm gonna go this next time. Down that fucking tunnel of light, I think. I could have gone last time, but I told you I'd be right back, and I didn't want that to be a lie.
You could come back for me again.
You don't need me to.
Hey, that's up to me, not you.
No, it's not.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Like what?
Keegan retrieves the Bible from the dresser. He holds it out to her.
You try to give me last rites, I'm gonna come back, strangle you, and drag your ass with me to the pearly gates. Got it?
Got it.
You have to do something with my stuff. Don't leave it here.
The suitcase?
All of it.
What's in it?
If a life can be quantified into objects, then about 100 lifetimes worth of me. Do whatever you want with it.
Whatever I want?
I'll be dead.
Why me?
You're here.
No, I mean, why me? Today, tonight? Why am I the one that's here?
I haven't had a friend in a while that knew the whole me.
Friend?
Yeah, friend. Don't get a big head about it.
How many people can say they're friends with an angel?
Never mind. Forget it. You're just a mildly more informed humanoid that doesn't annoy me all the time.
No, I'm Larry the angel's friend. Do you need another pill?
What's left?
Not much.
I'll take it all.
He slips the last of the pills into his hand and grabs the water bottle. Larry sits up against the headboard. Keegan feeds her a couple of pills.
The body of Christ.
Don't you dare!
He shushes her with the mouth of the water bottle.
The blood of Christ.
Larry swallows the pills and the water.
You all are cannibals. Eating zombie Jesus, you weirdo human.
Okay, you can stop that now.
Oh, I'm going to speak my mind to the grave. What kind of human came up with that shit anyway?
Not that. I mean, it's not you and us. It's us. Humans. Mortals. Whatever. You can stop thinking of yourself as something different. I don't know if I need to say this, but I feel like as a representative of humanity, you need to hear it. So, you're human. I'm calling it. What?
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Asshole.
I know.
Keegan moves to comfort her, but falters.
What's it going to feel like?
Humans only die once, usually. I don't know. I don't think it'll hurt. I don't know what to do.
My heart.
He knows what to do. He checks her heart with the stethoscope. He lets the stethoscope rest on her chest. Larry grips the disc on her chest in her hand. Her weak heartbeat can be heard. Patter, pitter, patter. Her breathing gets shallow.
It's okay. It's okay.
I wanted to do more.
How very human of you.
Why me?
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Hebrews 13:2.
Larry slides the stethoscope out of Keegan's ears. She puts them on. He helps her. She holds the disc over his own heart. His heartbeat can be heard. Fast. Afraid. She breathes shallow. Listens. Closes her eyes. Dies. She's not coming back. Keegan removes the stethoscope and stands. Unsure. Overwhelmed. Should he cry? Should he leave? Should he stay? What would Larry want? Keegan sits with her suitcase at the end of the bed, opens it. He holds up a rusted, ancient, medieval dagger.
Is this the...
He turns back to Larry. He puts the dagger down, unpacks. Battered novels, trinkets, toys, stuff that isn't worth anything to anyone but to whom they belong to. He unpacks her life.
Such an idiot. I don't know what I expected.
Should he cry? He buries it. He packs up his tools, exits into the bathroom, and returns a moment later with a shower curtain. He pulls Larry down to lay her flat, arranges her arms over her chest, rolls her to the edge of the bed, lays the shower curtain down, rolls her back onto it, rolls her up in it. He looks for something to secure the rolled up body, exits back to the bathroom, the door shuts. We are alone with the corpse for too long. The shower curtain rustles. A twitch? Larry twitches in the shower curtain, assesses. She tries to wriggle out. Stuck. Lays still once more. Beat. Keegan enters. He's got the shower hose. Approaches. Stops. Sits on the end of the bed again. With her. with her stuff.
Keegan?
Fucking Christ!
I feel like a burrito!
You can't!
He unrolls her. Larry slips out.
This is different.
You were going to the fucking light this time!
I thought I was. I did, but then...
Larry takes in the room.
Well, you didn't wait long before turning me into a sushi roll and snooping through my shit.
What happened?
Light, warmth, peace, and all that shit. And then I woke up a burrito.
I don't understand.
Something's weird.
Weird is a bit of an understatement for someone who won't stay dead.
Not that.
What?
My back feels...
He gloves up and removes the bandages.
It looks the same, more or less.
Are you sure? I can't feel...
Wait.
Keegan removes the dead skin on her back with a single motion. It falls off, revealing pristine, uninfected flesh.
What?
That's not possible.
He examines her back.
What?
It's gone. All of it.
The infection?
Yeah, and you had so many scars. They're gone. Bone structure feels different too.
Larry paws at her back, shoulder blades.
Are you in pain?
Not pain. I feel tingly and hungry and a little tired. Heavier, different.
What's going on?
Pinch me.
What?
Just do it.
Fine.
Keegan gently pinches her.
Harder, come on.
Okay.
Keegan pinches her hard and twists.
Ow, mother.
Larry slaps him on the arm. He slaps her back.
Oh, that stings.
What does it mean?
Do I look different?
That may be.
Maybe.
I can't put it into words.
How do you define a human?
Larry pops up, pulls a shirt from her bag over her head, shoving her shoes on.
Where are you going?
Out there. I want to see what else is different when you're human. Get the suitcase.
Keegan begins shoving things back into the suitcase. Larry grabs her bag, hopping as she wiggles her heel into her shoe, bouncing.
Wait, stop. You should rest. You were dead.
Not dead anymore?
Clearly, but shouldn't we stop for a second and figure this out?
Figure what out? I'm not slapping this gift horse in the mouth.
I think it's don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Look at me, Keegan. I'm human.
What am I going to do with you?
She heads toward the door.
Are you coming?
They look at each other.
Your choice.
Larry exits out the door, leaving it open. Keegan picks up the suitcase, puts it down, grabs his backpack and her suitcase. Keegan smiles. It's hope, not love. Exits. End of play.